Alright, Shalom Yasharala. Before we get started, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Alright, Shalom to you, you few brothers out here that's pushing this word. And Shalom to you few sincere sisters that's listening and learning. May the choice of election be upon your house. We're back with another video. The title of this video is called "Going After Another Man's Woman Will Get You Killed." All right, get you unalived. You know, because that's a sin unto death, man. Going after another man's woman or women that he has, that can get you unalived, man. That's a sin unto death. You see, and I got this title, of course, through the Holy Spirit, the Rachak Wadash. All right, and I was at work. I was at work talking to this guy. I went to school with him. But he told me that his homeboy that he knows at the job says he likes going after that his friend that he knows, he likes going after women, that's in a relationship. He said it's a thrill. He likes the thrill of it. And he was telling me stories of how those women, one woman, they had one woman had her location on with her man, and a car just came up behind him, and hey, he had in the scriptures, he had all right to let it off, man. you know so you jakes out there, you going after other men's wives and stuff, you lusting after another woman, another man's wife. That's adultery, man, and you can get dropped for that. And sooner or later the Lord's gonna destroy that. He's gonna kill that dude, man. You see, and that's something you don't do. All these women out here, that's single, all right, with no man that you can have, but you want another man's wife. That's in my opinion, you a mo, man. All right, you on the other side. That man been doing all types of stuff to her, right? Kissing her, all types of things, and you want that. You you going after that man, you know. So yeah, man, you a fruit. All right. You got a couple. Let's get Leviticus 20. All right, and 10. And it says, "And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, all right, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death." They both going to die, man. All right, you and that woman, because she stepped out on her husband. So the woman is supposed to have one husband, and she's supposed to be only loyal to him. She's only supposed to be with that one man. See, a man can have multiple women, but they can't be married to other men. You see, actually, if you go into this word in the Hebrew, adultery, all right, it's a naf. If you go down to commit adultery, usually of a man, always with wife of another, which means what? Of another man. You see, it can also be idolatrous worship. Spiritual adultery. You see, and a woman, adultery for the man is sleeping with another man's wife, and adultery for the woman is stepping out on her man, sleeping with any other man that isn't her husband. You see, so stepping out on just going after another man's wife that's off. Let's see what the NLT says. Leviticus 20 and 10 NLT. "If a man commits adultery, all right, with his neighbor's wife, both the man and the woman who have committed adultery must be put to death." You see, that's a sin unto death, man. And you don't want to commit that sin, but you got jakes out here who do that. That's why the elders, they say don't bring your wives around. Don't bring your wives around, man. All right, we don't want to know your wives. We don't want to get to know them. Now if they're in the house, all right, and brother's over there, all right, you may introduce them, but that's the only time. That's it. She should go in the other room. All right, go upstairs. But when men are around, they don't have don't have them around, other people, even out of the truth. If you got friends and they bring your woman around, you got people who wanna, you got jakes like that, man. They look at your wife when you're not around. You may go to the fridge, get them a drink, Your wife in there, she walking around, he looking at her, man, and she probably looking at him. Hey, that's a perfect time to commit adultery right there. You see. So now let's get a scenario. Let's go to 2 Samuel. All right, 11. I ain't gonna read the whole thing. You should read all this for yourself. All right, 2 Samuel 11. This is David. I'm gonna start at 1. Bathsheba, David's great sin. All right, we're gonna see what sin he committed. And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. And it came to pass in an eventide that David arose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself, and the woman was very beautiful to look upon. And David sent in and inquired after the woman, and one said, Is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? You see? And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him, and he lay with her, for she was purified from her uncleanness, which her menstrual, and she returned unto her house. And the woman conceived and sent and told David and said, I am with child. So David saw this beautiful woman, all right, Bathsheba. All right, I'm pretty sure she was and she knew what she was doing, man. All right, she knew exactly what she was doing. But the Lord could have been testing David at that time, you know. But David, all right, he saw this beautiful woman washing herself, which was Bathsheba, and he inquired. He said, "Man, who was that?" All right, but come to find out, it was, Uriah, who was a Hittite, right? That's a Ham, right? That was his wife, man. You see, and verse 4 told us what? And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him, and he lay with her. You see, they got down. They did the do. For she was purified from uncleanness, and she returned unto her house. And David committed adultery, man. That's a great sin that he did. And then later on, he got cursed out for that. Let me see. I think it's the next chapter. Yeah, Nathan rebukes David. You see? Verse 5. All right, 2 Samuel 12 and 5. And David's anger was greatly kindled against that man. And he said it to Nathan, As the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, liveth, the man that hath done this thing shall surely die. You can read, It says, he shall restore the land fourfold because he did this thing, and because he had no pity. And Nathan said to David, Thou art the man. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, power of Israel, I anointed thee over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul. And I gave thee thy master's house, and thy master's wives into thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if it had been too little, I will moreover have given unto thee such and such things. Wherefore thou hast despised the commandment of the Lord, to do evil in his sight. What's that commandment? Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou hast killed Uriah, and he killed the man. He committed murder. Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon. Now therefore the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised me, and hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife. You see? And that angered the Lord, man. The Lord even told him, if you wanted more wives, I'd have gave you more wives. You see? So you can read that chapter as well. 2 Samuel 11 and 12. Hey, you should read the whole thing. You see? So that's an example of committing adultery. And David, the Lord showed mercy to David. You see? But that don't mean you just, I'm not saying you go do that, because the Lord may not show mercy to you. All right? Let's get Proverbs 6 and 32. So, like the title says, going after another man's woman will get you, unalive, man. You see? So get your own woman. Proverbs 6. And I'm going to start at excuse me. We'll start at 29. It says, Proverbs 6:29, it says, "So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold, and he shall give all the substance of his house. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul." You see, you commit adultery with, you getting other man's wives and sleeping with them. You lack understanding, man. And a man, he has a right to unalive you and that woman. Let's read the NLT for it real fast. 29, it says, NLT, "So who is it?" So like it says, "So who it is with the man who sleeps with another man's wife? He who embraces her will not go unpunished. Excuses might be found for a thief who steals because he is starving. But if he is caught, he must pay back 7 times what he stole, even if he has to sell everything in his house." Hold on, give me 1 second. I want to get rid of this. Have some storage. Salakia. Read that again, verse 31. But it says, "But if he is caught, he must pay back 7 times what he stole, even if he has to sell everything in his house. But the man who commits adultery is an utter fool, for he destroys himself." You see, you're a fool, man, if you sleeping with other men's wives. That's a foolish thing to do. Because like I said, if you keep reading, it says, "A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest his consent, though thou givest many gifts." You see, so there's nothing you can, give him, and nothing you can say to him that's going to change everything. Verse 33, "He will be wounded and disgraced. His shame will never be erased." You see, you're going to be, hurt. That's his possession. When you get a woman, that's your possession, man. All right. That's your wife. That's your woman. That's your, all right. That's your possession. It says, "For the woman," and another man took your possession. So what does that mean? It was never yours, right? "For the woman's jealous husband will be furious." And these women say, "Oh, you're insecure," Well, you're my possession, so of course I am. "For the woman's jealous husband will be furious, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will accept no compensation money, nor be satisfied with a payoff of any size." It doesn't matter what you can give him 10,000, 20,000. Nah, man, that's not gonna fix it. You see, now some men nowadays, they don't got no backbone, so they'll take it, but they still gonna be hurt at the end of the day, And you don't want to be that man. Let's get Galatians 5. All right. Galatians, hold on. Where's that? It's a lock here. Galatians 5 and 16, it says, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these." What's the first one? "Adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Heavenly Father." You see, and there's times, a lot of us who before we came into this truth, we did a lot of these things. A lot of us committed adultery, fornication, which is adultery. All right, a lot of us, were murderers, or committed murder, or drunkenness, right? Envyings, all these different. We all committed idolatry. We worship other gods, man. You see, I think it's one of 1 Corinthians. It may not have this, but 1 Corinthians, yeah. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Heavenly Father? Be not deceived, nor fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Verse 11, and such were some of you, but ye are washed, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and the spirit of our power. You see, so hey, some of us was doing these things, all right, but now we're washed, we're sanctified. We don't do this thing, we don't do those no more. All right, we're not committing adultery, we're not being fornicators, we're not worshiping other gods. All right, we're not effeminate. You know, we men, we're men, we're being manly. When you come to the truth, you get your manliness back. Right, we're not thieves, we're not drunkards, we're not covetous. All right, not extortioners. Extortion is that's a sin, man. You see, you extorting for money. All right, that none of those are gonna inherit the kingdom of the Most High. They're gonna be destroyed on this side, but through the elect, they'll come back and Lord willing, be of that number, man. All right, but let's get this last. Matter of fact, let's see what the G&T says for Galatians 5:19. Bear with me. All right, okay. Galatians 5. Come on, man. And 19, starting at 16, it says, what I say is this, let the Spirit direct your lives, and you will not satisfy the desires of human nature. For what our human nature wants is opposed to what the Spirit wants, and what the Spirit wants is opposed to what our human nature wants. These two are enemies, and this means that you cannot do what you want to do, right? Your fight, it's a battle. It's really a battle of yourself. If the Spirit leads you, then you are not subject to the law. What human nature does is quite plain. It shows itself in immoral, filthy, and indecent actions. In worship of idols and witchcraft, people become enemies and they fight. They become jealous, angry, and ambitious. They separate into parties and groups. They are envious, get drunk, have orgies, and do other things like these. I warn you now, as I had before, those who do these things will not possess the kingdom of the Most High. And that was all right. All right. It wasn't really all that. It wasn't as good as the KJV. NLT. See what it says for that. Verse 19, it says, when you follow the desires of sinful nature, the results are very clear. Sexual immorality, all right, impurity, lustful pleasures, idolatry, sorcery, hostility, quarreling, jealousy, outbursts of anger, selfish ambition, dissension, division, envy, drunkenness, wild parties, and other sins like these. Let me tell you again, as I have before, that anyone living that sort of life will not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. You see? So, if you commit these things, especially adultery, man, hey, you're going to be destroyed, man. You're going to be killed for that. All right? It may happen now, or the Lord's going to wait, and it may happen, something may happen to you in Jacob's trouble, man, a terrible judgment. All right? Let's get Matthew 5:28. This is what Yahweh Shai said. Matthew 5:27, it says, ye have heard that it was said by them of old time. Who was them? The prophets. All right, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on the woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his mind. Now, Christians say this. They say when you look on a woman, hey, that's sinning. No, that's not what it's talking about. When you look upon a woman, it's talking about let's just get a cross reference. All right, when you get it, it goes to Exodus 20:17 and 2 Samuel 11:2. What happened in 2 Samuel 11? David committed adultery. He was lusting on Bathsheba, who was married to Uriah the Hittite. All right, in Exodus 20:17, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. When you get this word covet, right? What does it mean? Covet, chamad, to desire, covet, taking pleasure, delight in, to be desirable, to delight greatly, desire greatly, desirableness, preciousness. So you're desiring another man, not another man, but you're desiring another man's woman. You see? And that's covetousness, man. So what Yahweh Shai is saying, hey, don't be looking on other men's wives, man, or you're committing adultery already in your mind. Not on a single woman who has no man. And lust is not bad unless you, like we just read, unless you doing it to another man's wife. You see, you lust on your wife, don't you? You see, you lust on women that you like if they when they're single and have no man. So lusting isn't a bad thing. All right. So going after another man's woman will get you, killed, man. You see. So that's so that's a warning for a lot of us brothers out here and sisters as well. Because you can commit adultery too, stepping out on your husband, right? Committing fornication. See, you don't want to do that, man. So and the Lord will judge you for that, and he judged. That would just happen. I want you can go watch it, but it just happened at IUIC. Somebody committed adultery. I mean, brothers did videos on it, and they laughed about it. So Lord, this was edifying. All right, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you brothers out here that's pushing his word. And shalom to you few sincere sisters that's listening and learning. May the choice of election be upon your house. And through water Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Lord Williams edifying. Until the next video, Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abba Baba.